Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to tackle one of the biggest headaches in tech. That moment your computer just completely ignores the USB drive you're trying to boot from.
You know that feeling, right? You've followed all the steps, you've got your bootable drive ready, you're hitting the key you're supposed to, and the computer just blows right past it and loads Windows like nothing ever happened. It is so frustrating, but trust me, it's almost always fixable.
And that's exactly why we're here. We've got a game plan for you, a 4-step rescue mission. We're going to start with the super simple stuff first, and then work our way up to the more advanced fixes that get even the most stubborn machines to cooperate. So let's break it down. What's actually supposed to be happening when you hit that power button and start mashing a key on your keyboard? This is really the heart of the issue. You're basically trying to get the computer's attention right at startup to say, hey, stop, look at this USB drive first. But for whatever reason, it's just not listening to you. Okay, let's dive right in. Before we even think about going deep into the computer's settings, we have to roll out the simple stuff. Seriously, about half the time, the problem is one of these easy-to-fix physical or timing issues. First off, timing is everything. That little window of time you have to press the key can be less than a second. So the moment you press the power button, start tapping. Don't wait. Second, make sure you're using the right key for your brand. Third, here's a weird trick. If you're on a laptop, try plugging in an external USB keyboard. Sometimes they just wake up faster. And finally, try a different USB port. Pro tip, if you have an older, non-blue USB 2.0 port, use that one. They're often way more compatible during startup. And speaking of keys, this right here is your cheat sheet. Go ahead and pause if you need to, find your computer's brand, and see what the common keys are. You might find you've been pressing the BIOS key when you really wanted the boot menu key all along. All right, so what if none of that worked? Don't sweat it. If your computer can still boot all the way into Windows, you have a secret weapon, a kind of back door that lets you skip the whole frantic key tapping game entirely. The trick here is that we can actually use Windows itself to tell the computer where to go on the next restart. It's a really elegant and honestly foolproof way to get where you need to go. You just have to follow these steps. Head into your Windows settings, go to Update and Security, and then find the Recovery tab. From there, you'll see Advanced Startup. Click Restart Now. When that blue screen comes up, just navigate to Troubleshoot, then Advanced Options, and finally click UEFI Firmware Settings. The computer will restart and take you right into its brain. No keys needed. Okay, so you made it. You're inside the computer's command center. Now, what do you do? This place is called the BIOS, or on newer machines, UEFI. Just think of it as the pre-flight checklist for your computer. It wakes up all the hardware and then tells it where to find the main operating system. Now, I know these screens can look pretty intimidating. Lots of text, weird options, but don't get overwhelmed. You're only here to do one very specific thing. Your entire mission is to find the boot order. Use your arrow keys to get to the boot tab, and in that list, you need to find your USB drive. It might be listed by its brand name or just as a removable device. Whatever it is, move it to the very top, to the number 1 spot. Okay, listen up, because this is the most common mistake people make. After you change the order, you have to save your changes. Almost every single time, this is done by pressing the F10 key. Look for something that says Save Changes and Exit. If you just shut it off, it's like it gets amnesia and forgets everything you just did. So, what if you did all that, you saved it, and it still doesn't work? Or what if your USB drive didn't even show up in the list? All right, it's time to move on to the final stage and tweak a couple of advanced settings. You see, your computer and your USB drive have to be speaking the same language. Modern computers speak UEFI. Older ones speak what's called legacy or CSM mode. If your USB drive was made to speak legacy, but your computer is only listening for UEFI, it's just never going to see it. They're talking right past each other. So, here's the 1-2 punch that solves this. First, find a security tab and look for Secure Boot. You need to turn that off. Set it to Disabled. Then, go back to the Boot tab and switch the boot mode. If it's on UEFI, try enabling Legacy or CSM. And after you do that, what's the last step? You got it. F10 to save and exit. This combo right here solves almost all of the really stubborn cases. Now, before we wrap this all up, there's one really important thing to remember. Everything we've talked about so far assumes that your USB drive was created correctly in the first place. And this is where that whole language thing comes full circle. When you first create the bootable drive with a tool like Rufus, it actually asks you which partition scheme you want to use. You have to pick one. MBR is for that older legacy mode, and GPT is for the modern UEFI mode. If you can match this setting to your computer from the very beginning, you might be able to skip all this BIOS troubleshooting entirely. Phew, we've covered a lot of ground, from just tapping some keys to digging deep into the computer's firmware. So let's put it all together in a nice, clear action plan you can use every time. Here you go, your complete blueprint. Just think of it like a funnel. You always start at the top with the easy stuff. If that doesn't work, move down to the Windows shortcut. Still no luck? Dive into the BIOS and change the boot order. And for the really tough nuts to crack, you tweak those advanced settings, disable secure boot, and switch the boot mode. If you work your way down this list, you're going to solve the problem. And that's it. You've gotten past the locked door. But the real takeaway here isn't just about booting a USB drive. It's about knowing how to take direct control of your own technology. So the only real question left is, now that you're in, what will you create, or fix, or explore next?